The Indian subcontinent has an age-old tradition that affirms the non-romantic bonds between men and women, and it's celebrated with a rite known as Raksha Bandhan. The link is symbolized by the tying of a thread, talisman or amulet around the wrist of the male, and naturally, an event as special as this should be accompanied by a meal to match the occasion. It's a tradition that has a personal resonance for Chef Vanie Padayachee, executive chef at Marigold of the Liu Estate portfolio, and she felt absolutely inspired.
Raksha Bandhan celebrates the bond between a brother and a sister, and I certainly have a very special bond with my brother. But it's also a day to celebrate the relationships I have with my cousins and very close male friends. Today, Vanie is going to show me how to put together a wonderful Raksha Bandhan lunch. Hi Vanie, so lovely to see you again.
Hi Karishma, welcome.
Vanie, I love the idea of celebrating all the special guys in my life with a lunch, because we all know the way through a man's heart is through his stomach, right?
Yes.
What's on the menu today?
So for Raksha Bandhan, I'm going to do a few dishes, and these are all my brother's favorite dishes.
Oh, divine. I'm so excited.
He doesn't know, because I'd like a really cool present this year.
Me too, actually.
So our first dish we're going to make is sunda aloo, which is baby potatoes cooked in a green chutney. So the basic ingredient is coriander, spinach, mint, some hung yogurt, and you blitz that all up. I've pre-made some, and this is what it looks like.
Wow.
Taste.
That's delicious.
It is yummy, isn't it? So we have some baby potatoes. All I did was bake it on salt in the oven, or you can parboil it. And once you've baked it, you take the skin off, and I've just rubbed some turmeric garam masala onto this. And I'm going to marinate, skewer it and cook it in the tandoor oven. Okay, so let's start the marinating process. In goes the potatoes, and then the green paste. We want quite a bit of that. And I'm going to do a little bit of ground cumin and some black salt. I love black salt.
Vanie, why black salt?
Black salt is beautiful. It's got a beautiful earthy flavor and taste to it. Yummy. And a few drops of mustard oil. That's good. So I'm going to skewer a few, and then I'm going to pop them in the tandoor oven. But I've got some already preparing in the oven, so when I take this out, I will bring the one that I've already done. So that's the last one. Why don't you hold this? And then I have made another one already, so let's bring that out. And this is what we want. So it's nice and golden brown, and then I'm going to plate. And all we're doing is, so this is going to be the snack when my brother arrives, just to tease him a bit. Some fresh coriander, just to garnish. We can set this aside, and then let's start on the new dish. And the next dish we're making is Rajma galouti, which is made with dried red kidney beans that's been soaked overnight, and I've boiled it until it's very soft, almost mash. I've put this in the blender, and this is the consistency I want. It's like a beautiful mash. So I'm going to pop that into the bowl and then add the balance of the filling in, and then you're going to make my rajma for me while I actually make a filling.
Okay.
Okay, so very easy. And I'm just going to add a little bit of chickpea flour. Chickpea flour will bind this together. A little bit of corn flour, some ghee, some green cardamom powder, garam masala. Okay, so while you're mixing that, and then once you feel that it's all incorporated together, you can actually use your hands to make a beautiful ball. And then I'm going to make the filling, and the filling is cashew nuts, some fried onions, and all I'm going to do is just chop, and we're just going to mush everything together.
So Vanie, what do I need to do here? Am I making little balls?
Yes, please, and about 30 grams each ball, please.
I'll try my very best.
So Rajma galouti is an old-fashioned dish where it literally melts in your mouth when you eat it.
Can't wait to try that.
So all I'm doing is, you take your rajma, just press your thumb through, just to make a little well, and a handful of your filling, and you sort of squish it together. and you make little tikkies. Means little patties.
Oh, that looks beautiful.
Come on, you try one now.
Okay, so a little well.
Yes. You can press a little bit more. Perfect. And a little bit of the filling. That's it.
Squeeze it all together.
Bring it all in together with your filling still hiding inside. And then now you can sort of form a tikkie.
Definitely not as perfect as yours, Vanie. There we go.
Okay, let's just give it a little bit more of a shape. So I've got my pan on. I'm going to add some ghee to that. We don't need a lot. So all I'm going to do is pop that in. Always pop things away from you in the pan because you don't want that splashing on you. And you need your stove on very gentle. And as you can see, they're starting to disintegrate, which is good. That means it is so soft. And with the Rajma already cooked and mashed, so all we're doing is we're just sealing it off and giving it a little bit of color, and also with the ghee, it's giving it a nuttier taste as well. And we gently take that out. And then to complement this dish, I've made a tamarind chutney. And then, Karishma, we can put some coriander on that, and then our dish is done. We can set aside and start a new dish. Karishma, our next dish we're going to be making is a Kadai Paneer. So let's start cooking. So all I need is a little dollop of ghee, some garlic, ginger. I'm just going to let that sweat a little bit so that cooks out that harsh flavor of the ginger garlic. I'm just going to do a little bit of spices right now so that tempers. So it's some cumin seeds, coriander seeds, some ground cumin, some coriander, chili powder, some degi mirch, a little pinch of turmeric, and a little salt. So let's give that a quick stir just to bring and just cook that spices through, and then I'll add in the peppers, saute that off for about 10 seconds. Don't want to cook that too much because it's already been blanched. Some chopped masala, a little bit of white gravy, and white gravy will bring out that nuttiness and creaminess with the cashew nuts. Some yellow gravy. Also with the cashew nuts, that just adds that lovely flavor to it. We cook that for about 2 minutes, just so all that flavors absorbs and comes together.
That looks so creamy and inviting.
That's what we want the paneer to taste, with all that creaminess to it. And then last but not least, our paneer. And this dish is ready, so we can start plating it. And there we have our Kadai paneer. Karishma, if you can just do a sprig of coriander, and our dish is done. Perfect, and we set that aside and we'll just start our new dish.
Lovely.
Karishma, our next dish is a paneer roll. So all I need is some mashed potatoes, some cheddar cheese.
Vanie, why is it in clumps rather than being grated?
So when you bite into it, it just oozes out.
Oh, that sounds divine.
And some paneer, I'm just going to break that through. And some garam masala. Karishma, can you pass me a chili, please?
Of course.
I'm going to take some ginger. I love the zinginess of it. My brother loves spicy food.
Mine does too.
So I'm just going to give this a quick mix, and then I'm going to add the ground cumin, a little bit of turmeric, and a good pinch of salt. So I'm going to mash that together, but give it a good mash so it all mixes right through. And you can see that all the cheeses have mixed in with the mashed potato. And now we're going to form a little croquette. Squish together and then just roll into a bit of an oblong shape. Come on, you try.
It's a nice squish.
Yes. So with the squishing, it just brings everything together. That looks pretty. Let's crumb.
There we go.
So all we're going to do is just coat it with some breadcrumbs, and you just press it through so the crumbs really sticks together. There go. I'm just going to pop that into the fryer, and you want to make sure that your fryer is about 180 degrees, which is nice and hot, and you want that to bubble as quick as possible, so it just gives it that crust already. You don't want all the paneer to be oozing out. And I've got a plate ready for you. Wow, this looks yummy.
Oh, look at that golden brown color.
That's what we want. And you could see the cheese is just melting. And our last one.
So lovely and golden brown.
Well, this is our dish, our paneer roll.
Vanie, I think my brother's going to ask me to make this for him every single day. It's going to be problems.
It's okay, you've got the recipe.
And we wish all the brothers and sisters out there a really happy Raksha Bandhan.
Garnish with vine leaves or your favorite edible embellishment to add a splash of color. And you're sure to be someone's special sister.